What's going on, you guys? Josh here, also known as Harry Tornado. This past weekend, I sold 15 things on eBay. So in today's video, we're gonna get those orders pulled, packed, and shipped out. And I'll give you guys a full breakdown showing you exactly how much money I made off of these 15 items. Coming up. Alright guys, so the very first item we have going out today is this pack of 3 Remington shotgun shell. I think they're iron-on patches. I'm not 100% sure. And these sold for $10 plus shipping. It's down here in the O bin, which isn't even labeled yet. And it is a lot of 2 Victoria's Secret bikini tops. I actually found these at the Goodwill bins about a month and a half ago, I guess, and that's where you pay by the weight. So these probably weigh, I mean, maybe like 10 ounces together. So I probably paid about 85 cents for these, and these sold for $30 plus shipping. And I think what's interesting about this is that these are bikini tops, and it's January 4th or 5th or something like that. So it just goes to show that even though these things do have a season that they sell best in, you can still sell them any time of year. We got going out is this pair of Nike women's running shoes. These are like Zoom Pegasus or something like that. They're in pretty good condition, but they don't have any insoles. I listed them, as is without insoles, and I accepted a best offer on these of $8 plus shipping. So I got these at the bins. I probably paid, about $1.50, $2 for them. So still making a little bit of money, but I'm probably not going to pick up shoes without insoles anymore. Next item we got going out is this pair of Salomon men's running shoes. Salomon is a great brand to look out for. These are Salomon XA Pros. They're really good condition. Looks like minimal signs of wear. I paid $6.50 for these, and they sold for $42.77, and the buyer paid shipping. So the next thing I sold is this really cool vintage puffer jacket. It is a kid size medium. I found this at Goodwill maybe like a month and a half ago, and when I saw this sitting on the rack, the very first thing that came to my mind was the show Stranger Things.
Okay, so I just found this jacket. Danley? I've never heard this brand before, but it looks awesome. It's like something out of like Stranger Things.
I mean, I could see any of the 4 kids from this show wearing this jacket, riding their bike down the street with Elle in tow. When I thought of that, I was so excited to get this jacket listed because I had so many good keywords to use. I used 70, I'll put the listing here. I used 70s and 80s because I honestly wasn't sure what decade this was from. I used the word Stranger Things in the title because, maybe somebody in a casting department or something for the show is looking for a jacket for next season, or maybe somebody wants to, dress up as one of the kids for Halloween or something. So I was just really excited to get this listing up and use those really strong keywords. And I think those keywords had a strong part to play in the fact that I got $47.97 for this jacket. It did have free shipping, but I'll probably put this in a poly bag and ship it via pirate ship. So that'll probably cost like $8 or so. The next item we got going out is this Harley-Davidson men's sweatshirt. It's got a little Harley patch right there on the chest, and it's also on a Harley-Davidson tag. Harley-Davidson is usually a pretty good pickup, but make sure that when you find something that it's not just like a Harley-Davidson print on like a Gildan t-shirt. Make sure it's Harley on Harley, because Harley, prints and logos and stuff on cheap articles of clothing that aren't branded Harley-Davidson aren't really worth anything. Even this, like the Harley on Harley, I've still had this listed for like 6 months, so it took forever to sell. I paid $5.75 for this, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. The next item we got going out is this Titleist 9 iron. I think this is it. Yeah, this Titleist 9 iron is the one I picked up in a recent video where I went to that sporting goods store and I traded the boogie board and the golf bag for store credit. I used $14.99 in store credit to buy this golf club, and it sold for $49 plus shipping. And it actually sold pretty quickly too, in about 2 weeks. So this next sale is kind of a flop. I bought these cassette tapes at the Goodwill bins about a month and a half ago. I just needed one to test a tape player that I bought, but I found 4 and they were pretty good. It was Footloose, ABBA, Elvis Presley, and Whitney Houston. So after I was done testing, I just figured I'd put them up on auction to see what I could get back for them. I paid about $1.25 for all 4 together. The auction only had one bidder of 99 cents, so I sold them for 99 cents plus shipping. So after fees, I'm probably losing about 50 cents on the deal. This next item is a Jansport Backpack. It's just black. It's got cool little skulls printed on it. I got it at the Goodwill bin, so I probably paid about $2 for it, and it sold for $17.50, and the buyer paid shipping. This next item was kind of another bad buy. I got these Under Armour shoes at Goodwill. I paid $6.50 for them. They're in good condition, but the problem was that when you take photos of these, they look like they're really raggedy. It's just the colorway, I guess. They just look really distressed and old. And that I tried taking pictures of these so many times to make them look better, and I just couldn't get it to come out. I paid $6.50 for these at Goodwill. I originally had them listed for like $22 plus shipping, and I eventually just accepted a best offer of $10 and the buyer paid shipping. I got this Callaway men's long sleeve shirt at the Goodwill bins. I'll put a screenshot of here so you can see actually what it looks like. I paid probably less than $1 for this because it was very, very lightweight. It was like that moisture wicking material, but it was long sleeve. So I listed it for like $17 plus shipping, and I eventually just accepted a best offer of $12 plus shipping. The next item I got going out is this men's Henley sweater. This is from Mast General Store, which is not a national brand. It's just like a high-end, like, outdoor store, I guess, we have here in Columbia, South Carolina. I think I originally had this listed for $24 with free shipping, and I accepted a best offer of $17 with free shipping. Again, I only paid $1 for it, and it will probably ship in a padded flat rate envelope, which will cost $7.33. So still turning $1 into, you know, like $8 or so, I guess, but I'll just know in the future to not pick up this brand. This next item is a Harry Potter book set box thing. I got this at Goodwill. It did not have books in it. It was just the cardboard box, and it was $2.92. And the reason I thought this might be valuable is because, you know, originally this box holds all 7 hardcover books. So if somebody has all 7 hardcover books and they, you know, the cardboard box got damaged and they want a new one or something, I figured they would be willing to pay a little bit for it. I think the original set was over $200, like with all hardcover books and the box. So I've had this listed for a while. This actually sold about a month ago, and it was returned because the buyer changed their mind. So I have free returns, so I had to pay for her to return it, but I did not refund the original shipping she paid, which was like $20, and I also charged her a restocking fee of 10%. So I relisted this, and it had originally sat for a while, and it was sitting for a while now, and somebody sent me an offer of $12 plus shipping. I just went ahead and accepted it because it's kind of taking up a lot of space in here as well. So it's just one of those speculation buys. You know, I thought, you know, originally the whole set was $200. This might could sell for $30 or $40, but I was wrong. I'm not too big to admit that. So paid $2.92 for this, sold it for $12. So after shipping and fees, well, buyer pays for shipping, but after fees, might make like $6 or $7. But then when you count the shipping I had to pay to get the first buyer to send it back to me, like even after I took out the restocking fee, I'm basically breaking even, maybe even losing $1 or $2. So just kind of sucks sometimes, you know? And then finally this weekend, I sold 2 more orders of this hairspray. This is the one I got at Goodwill for 92 cents a can. One order is 2 cans, so I've got, you know, $1.80, I don't know, less than $2 in each order, and I sold 2 this weekend, both of them for $37 with free shipping. You do have to ship this hairspray via Parcel Select Ground, so it usually costs me between $8 and $10 to ship it, no matter where it sells. So I've got most of my orders packed up and ready to go, but I just sold something else. I sold these Vans. These are men's, like, palm tree Vans here. I'll put the sold listing there. But I got these at Goodwill about 2 months ago, and I had them listed originally, I think, for $29 plus shipping. Somebody sent me an offer of $20 plus shipping. I countered at $23, and they accepted that. So these sold for $23, and the buyer paid shipping. So as you guys can see, I box up all of my items before I print my shipping labels. And the reason I do this is because I think it gives me a time advantage. I think it just saves me time overall if I do all the packing first, then all the label printing in that order. The way I avoid confusion and like forgetting what I packed in what box, especially when we're dealing with 16 items like we are today, is I'll write something on the outside of the package that tells me what's inside. For example, this one says Henley on the outside, so I know that this is the Mast General Store Henley sweatshirt. Now, this process works for me 100% of the time. I have never sent the wrong item to a buyer. I'm not a very organized person by nature, but this process makes it pretty foolproof. Now, I would add here that I would not write something on the outside of the package that's going to entice someone to steal it. Like if you're selling an Apple MacBook, I wouldn't get a huge thick Sharpie and write MacBook on the outside of the box because that's just gonna make somebody wanna steal it. So what I do is I kind of come up with a word that reminds me what the item is, but may not be as revealing to someone who didn't pack the item. And also, I write it in pen so it's not super visible. And then when I go into the actual eBay software to print the labels, I'll write the zip code over this with a Sharpie, because once I get the package and I remember what it is and I write the zip code on it, I don't need this description anymore. So again, I write a kind of code word for what the item is. Again, this says Henley, so very few people would even know what that means. I'm not gonna write really nice sweater. I just wrote Henley because I'll know what that means. Then I cover it up with the Sharpie of the zip code, and then when I print the labels, I just match up the zip codes to the appropriate packages. And then as an added layer of protection for this, I usually try to put the shipping label right on top of this to cover it up. So even if you write a word that may create somebody wanting to steal it, you can still cover it up with a zip code and then cover it up with the shipping label. Once all the packages are packed up, I put them in the little IKEA bag and I put them on the front porch. I put my mail flag up over there, and the mail lady comes and picks them up right here. Some of you have said that you wouldn't do this because you're afraid that the packages would get stolen, but I've been doing this for 6 months. I've never had any issues. We've never had any package theft in our neighborhood at all. Also, I think it helps that I leave the front door open when the packages are here, and I'm usually home for the amount of time that the packages are here. Like if the package is on the porch, usually I'm right here in the office. So I certainly understand your concern. Like maybe you wouldn't do this in every part of the country, in every neighborhood. But for me, I feel pretty much 100% comfortable doing this. Also, if anybody tries to steal packages from my porch, I'll just release the hound. Look at him. You really want that thing chasing you down the street? So if you guys are new to the channel, something I like to do when I show these what's sold videos, I don't like talking about my sales only. So I like to give you guys a full financial breakdown showing you exactly how much profit I'd make even after taxes. So for everything I showed you guys in this video today, it was a gross sales amount of $487.28. And then you have to take out your PayPal and eBay fees, and that leaves us with $428.80. The total cost for shipping out everything in this video was $113.41. And the total cost of goods for everything I showed in this video was $58.60. So the $428.80 minus the shipping and cost of goods leaves us with $256.79. So $256.79 in taxable income after you take out that 25% in taxes leaves us with $192.59 in actual income after taxes. If you guys enjoyed this video today, if you learned anything or if you thought it was helpful at all, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps my channel out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate your time tremendously. You're the best, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.